Hello everyone, I'm Rashmi Mangla. I'm working as an assistant professor for the BBA department of St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. The subject that I'll be teaching today is Human Resource Management. This is our 11th lecture of Unit 3. Now the topics that we'll be covering today are career planning, objectives of career planning process, career development, and the top 4 steps of career development. So let's begin with the first one, career planning. Now, career planning, as we can get to know from the name itself, career planning is basically a process which is mainly done by an individual, which is taken up by an individual, the process which involves planning of the career of an individual. Maybe his career choice, maybe his choice of occupation, his goals, long-term goals of his life. So all those come under career planning. So basically a career plan is an individual's choice of occupation, organization and career path. Let's see the definition. Now, according to Skimmerman, Hunt and Osborne, career planning is a process of systematically matching career goals and individual capabilities with opportunities for their fulfillment. So we match our career goals and our individual capabilities with the opportunities for their fulfillment. Whatever opportunities we get, we try to fulfill our goals with those opportunities. So in brief, career planning refers to the planning done by an individual in terms of making a career choice, advancing or growing in the career chosen and making a career shift. So whatever planning an individual makes for his career, for his choice of career, for growing in his career and for making a shift in the career, all those planning is referred to as career planning. Now what career planning basically does is it encourages individuals to explore and gather information which will enable them to synthesize, gain competencies, make decisions, set goals and take action. It's basically an ongoing process and it helps the individuals to develop skills required to fulfill different career roles. These are kind of features of career planning, as we can say. It also gives a professional direction to the individual by relating them to the career goals. It also strengthens their work related activities in the organization. So these are the concept and features of career planning. Now let's see some objectives of career planning. Now the major objectives of career planning are as follows. First one, to identify positive characteristics of the employees. With career planning, we try to identify the positive characteristics, whatever skills, whatever knowledge the employees have, we try to identify them. Then, to develop awareness about each employee's uniqueness. We try to develop awareness about each employee's uniqueness, that whatever set of skills or knowledge that he possesses, everybody has a different set of skill and knowledge. So everybody has a unique character and we try to develop awareness about that uniqueness of each employee. Then to respect feelings of other employees. Yes, career planning has an objective that we need to respect, along with our goals, along with our personal choices, we have to respect others' feelings also. To attract talented employees to the organization. Now with career planning, we try to attract the talented employees, the employees who are competent enough, who can work in helping us achieve our organizational goals. We try to attract such competent employees to our organization. Then to train employee towards team building skills. We try to train the employees towards team building skills. Now that is working all together in a group with a certain team, working collaboratively. We try to train them. Then to create healthy ways of dealing with conflicts, emotions and stress. Again, career planning, it tries to create healthy way, that we try to handle conflicts in a smooth manner, we try to handle emotional situations and stressful situations efficiently. So these are the objectives of career planning. Now let's see the career planning process. Now, career planning process involves different activities for successful organizations, and it generally covers the following steps which are given over here. Mainly, there are 4 steps that we will see in career planning. Let's see them one by one. First one is identifying individual need and aspirations. Now, first step, we need to identify one's individual needs. What are the aspirations? What you want to become? What kind of profession you want to choose? What kind of career you want for yourself? So, we need to identify our aspirations and needs. Let's see. Most individuals do not have a clear-cut idea about their career aspirations, anchors and goals. That means कुछ लोगों को idea नहीं होता that what they actually want to do in life. Therefore, the human resource professionals must help an employee in this direction and provide as much information as possible. So, HR professionals, human resource professionals should help the employees in this direction too, so that they can get to know their actual career goals and they provide as much information as possible to them. And how do they provide such information? By taking into account their skills, their experience, their aptitude, and he is shown the kind of work that would suit the respective employees most. So after keeping all those things in mind, the HR professionals help the employees in choosing their field of career. Now, not only this, workshops and seminars, they also boost employee interest in career planning, as it helps the employees set their career goals. They help in identifying the career path and uncover specific career development activities. So, first step is we need to identify individual needs and aspirations. Second step is analyzing career opportunities. Now, once career needs and aspirations of each employees are known, once we know the need and aspirations, the organization determines the career path for each position, showing career progression possibilities clearly. So, it has to determine the path of each position. Then, these that indicate the different positions a good performer could hold over time. These possibilities indicate different kind of positions that a good employee, a good performer can hold over a period of time. Career path change over time in tune with employees' needs and organizational requirements. Maybe your needs change from time to time, maybe the organization requirements change from time to time. So, along with it, the career path also changes. The next process is aligning needs and opportunities. After employees have identified their needs, after they have identified that what their needs are, and there is an existence of career opportunity, the next step is to align the former with the latter. We align the need along with the opportunities. We combine, we just bring them together. So, this process involves identification of the potentiality of employees and then undertaking career development program. So, in this process, what we basically do is we try to identify the potentiality, that what is the potential of employees, and on the basis of their potential, career development programs are undertaken. And the potentiality of employees, how can we assess it? Can be assessed through performance appraisal. And this would also reveal that whether any further training is required for the employees, and whether with that training they can take some additional responsibilities or not. So, we'll get to know all these things. Now, the next process is actions, plans and periodic reviews. Now, after initiating the above 3 steps, it is necessary to review the whole things periodically to uncover the gaps. Maybe there are some gaps still left. So, to just uncover them, what we do is we again take a review of the entire process. And these gaps which arise, they are to be bridged both by individual career development and organization support efforts from time to time. Organization will also give supported efforts from time to time, and career development efforts will also be tuned in. So, periodic review will help the employees to know the direction in which he is moving. If periodically reviews are done, they will get to know that in which direction they are moving, what changes are to be sought, what kind of skills are needed to face new and emerging organizational challenges. So, employees will be aware with this. And not only this, organizations also find out employees are doing their, how the employees are doing, their goals, their aspirations, and whether the career path is in tune with individual needs and serve the overall corporate or not. So everything has to be taken care of. So this was all the career planning process. Now next we move on to the second topic, career development. Now career development is the series of activities or the ongoing lifelong process of development of one's career. The continuous process that we follow for developing our career, it is career development. Career development usually refers to managing one's career. As I told you, we have to manage our career in an intra-organizational or inter-organizational scenario. Now intra-organization means within the same organization, एक ही organization के अंदर we are just trying to develop our career. And inter-organization means from one organization to another organization, maybe we are switching over jobs. Why? In order to attain growth. Growth in terms of money, growth in terms of reputation, growth in terms of your position. So it can involve intra-organizational or inter-organizational scenario. It involves training on new skills, moving to higher job responsibilities, making a career change within the same organization, or moving to a different organization, or starting one's own business. So career development can involve any of these steps or maybe all of these steps. Not only this, career development is linked to the goals and objectives set by an individual. They are linked to the personal goals and objectives of an individual, and which starts with self-actualization and self-assessment of one's interest and capabilities. We first try to assess our own interest, our own capabilities, and on the basis of that only we can work towards the goals and objectives of the career development. Now let's see the top 4 steps of career development. These steps are identifying career needs, developing career opportunities, integration of employee needs with career opportunities, and regular monitoring. Now let's see them one by one. First one, identifying career needs. Again, first step is we need to identify. We need to find out then what are our needs, in which area or which scope we need to enhance our career. So some large organizations have assessment centers or conduct career development workshops wherein a group of employees are brought together to undergo psychological testing, simulation exercises, and depth interviews. All these things are taken up. Why? So that their assessment can be done, employee assessment can be done. Now this process, what it does is it helps the employee to make a decision regarding career goals and the steps to be taken to put effort to attain these goals. So this entire process, what it does is it helps the employees in making their decision for what? For having career goals and the steps they need to take up to attain those goals. The HR manager also plays an important role. How? By providing information and assistance and in making decisions about the career needs of the employees. So this is the first step, identifying career needs. Second step is developing career opportunities. Now once we have identified the needs, career opportunities are identified through job analysis. The manager should identify career path for employees in the organization. He should identify the path of career. He should discuss with the employees what jobs are available in the organizational hierarchy, and at the same time find where the employee would want to go up in the organization in future. They also try to inquire that whether the employee wants to get his position increased, wants to go up in the organization in future or not. The employees should be provided information regarding job posting that are available in the organization. So employees should be provided with all the information which is in regard with job posting, and that may be available in the organization and for future reference also. So that is developing career opportunities. The third step is integration of employee needs with career opportunities. Now once we have developed our opportunities, the next step is we will integrate employee needs with career opportunities. We try to assemble them. So it is necessary to align the needs and aspiration of employees with career opportunities. Why? In order to ensure right people will be available to meet the organizational manpower requirements, so that we know that yes, competent people are there who can meet our manpower requirements. So therefore emphasis is placed on the training on and off the job, counseling and coaching by supervisor, and planned rotation in positions of various functions and in different locations. The process is pushed further with the help of periodic performance appraisals. Periodically, their performance appraisals are done. Training and counseling will be a wasteful exercise if the employee doesn't make progress. See, training will be useless if there is no progress within the employee and his skills. So, they need to get the training conducted efficiently such that their employees are able to prosper, they are able to enhance their skills from the trainings provided. Now the last step is regular monitoring. It is necessary to regularly monitor the progress of the employee toward his or her career development plans. Whatever progress the employee has made, it has to be monitored. We need to keep a check on the career development plans and see that the support is being provided to develop those career plans, that some sort of support is being given in developing those plans. If there is a discrepancy, steps should be taken to reassign work as necessary to ensure the career development plans are met. So if there is, if we find any sort of negativity, if we find any sort of discrepancy, so we have to take appropriate steps to reassign the work. We'll again reassign the work as necessary to ensure that career development plans are met, so that we know that whatever plans we had made, they are met. And not only this, in situations where career opportunities are not available, there might be situations where there are no opportunities. So in such situations, maybe they are not available due to technologies, maybe they are not available due to economic factors. In such situation, the organization should redesign jobs or make career shifts. So these are the 4 main steps of career development. Now let's see some questions on this behalf. What is career planning? Describe the objectives and process of career planning. What is career development? And describe its steps. Stay tuned for the last lecture of Unit 3. Thank you.